Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, Naked Fusion. Today we're taking coconut rice to another level and pairing it with that smoky, spicy goodness only Asun can bring. No fancy trick, no overhype, just bold, real Nigerian flavor. So grab a seat, relax, and let's bring this sizzling duo to life, one delicious bite at a time. So straight into our coconut rice, we'll be using washed rice, coconut powder, fresh pepper, spring onions, bell peppers, garlic, and ginger. The variation of coconut rice I'm making is a coconut fried rice. And to that, we'll be adding some seafood. I'm using some prawns and some calamari. The coconut powder I used 3 sachets of coconut powder. I'll put the recipe in the comment section. And I have diluted it with water to get a cream, a liquid coconut cream. I'll be seasoning the shrimps and calamari with some salt, some ginger and garlic powder, onion powder, some seasoning cube, and some all-purpose seasoning. I'll be adding my olive oil. That's just to keep that moist and together. I'll be adding some black pepper, and then I'm just going to mix that together. We want to add a bit of heat to our shrimps. Now into a hot pan, I'll be adding some vegetable oil. To that pan, I'll be adding spring onions. It's just to add flavor. Into that pan, I'll be adding my shrimps and calamari. I'm just going to saute that till it is 90% cooked. Once it has released its moisture and has browned up a little bit, we'll be taking it out of the pan. Into the same pan, we'll be adding some ginger and garlic paste and just fry this a bit. Do not mind the brown bits, it's just flavor we're gathering in our pan. After we have fried this a bit, we are going to be adding our washed rice and we are going to fry this together. As soon as we have achieved a nutty and fragrant rice, we'll be adding our coconut cream into the rice mixture. I had some leftover chicken broth and I'm also going to be adding that. And some water as well, enough water to cook this rice. So the total liquid I have used is 2 parts to 1. That means if I had used 1 cup of rice, I'm using 2 cups of water. So I have added that much liquid to cook my rice. After adding as much water as required, I'll be adding my chicken seasoning. I'm using chicken seasoning because it's not overpowering. We don't want to lose the taste of our coconut in the rice. So I've used that with some salt and I'm just going to cover this up and allow it to cook. Do ensure to check your rice from time to time so you can mix together and just watch your rice to see the texture you want to achieve and the taste you want to achieve. So at this point the rice wasn't ready. or I was very, very confident about the liquid that I have put into the rice. I didn't need to add any more liquid into my rice. So you can see we're losing most of the moisture out. The rice has absorbed most of the moisture that we put in there. So at this point, we are going to cover up with a foil and allow that to steam under very low heat because it's literally 90% ready. You can see our rice now. It's more fluffy. You can move easily. There's no water or losing all the moisture in it. Once the rice is ready, we're going to set it aside, and then into a pan we'll be putting some olive oil. You can use vegetable oil, whatever oil you want, butter, coconut oil, whatever you want. But here I'm using olive oil. And to that I've added some chopped pepper. I'm also adding some bell peppers. I'm also going to add some onions and the calamari and shrimps that I have fried earlier. Yes, I'm going to mix that up together. And to this we'll be adding our rice gradually. Remember that I said the variation of coconut rice I'm making is a coconut fried rice. So this is my take on coconut fried rice. So to that I'm adding my coconut rice that I've already cooked, and then we're just going to fry this together. After about 2 minutes, 3 minutes, I'm adding some spring onions and moving on to making our asun. For our asun, we'll be using habanero peppers, onions, bell peppers. I used little garlic and fresh garlic, and then we'll be using goat meat, of course. To my clean goat meat, I'm adding some olive oil, just little olive oil, just to marinate the goat meat. Then I'm adding 1 cube of chicken bouillon. To that I'm adding some goat meat seasoning, some dried pepper, and then I'm going to add some onion powder. Mix that together thoroughly, cover up, and keep in the fridge for 2 hours. I kept mine for 2 hours just so it's tasty. After 2 hours, I brought out the goat meat, and then I'm going to grill. I'm using my my griller, so I'm just going to grill my goat meat in this machine. I just felt this was going to be faster for me, so I'm just putting in my seasoned goat meat into this griller. After I've put in my goat meat, I cover this up and then set the machine for 240 degrees Celsius for 15 minutes. I think there was still an added 10 minutes to this when I opened it, but I didn't show. Now, to achieve a smoky flavor, I have heated up some of my wood chip and I've put that in. That's what I'm putting in. Then I'm going to cover this up and seal in that smoke. Next, we'll be chopping up our peppers that we'll be using, our habanero peppers that we'll be using for the asun. Please use to your taste, use to your tolerance. Our goat meat is ready, so I'm just going to take this out. This was about 20 minutes. I'm just going to take this out and I'm going to chop them up into small sizes. I didn't show it here in the video, but you'll see the size, just small bite size, 1 bite size. Into a frying pan, I'm adding some olive oil. To that, I'll be adding some sliced onions, a little bit of garlic, peppers that we've chopped up earlier, and then to this I'm going to add my goat meat. To that I added some goat meat seasoning. At this point the kitchen was already choking, and then after that we added a little bit of water. This is just to allow the goat meat to cook a little bit more and have some moisture. This is what it looks like afterwards. To that I've added more chopped onions, and I'm going to be adding some bell peppers. It is optional if you don't want to add bell peppers. You can just add chopped onions, or you can just leave it as it is. So this is just for the purpose of flavor as well as color in the food. So yeah, you just mix that up, taste as you go. If you are not satisfied with the taste, you can add more seasoning, you can add more salt, you can add more pepper, but the heat in this one is okay for me. We close that up again and allow the vegetables to cook, and then this is what it looks like. It is ready to be served as it is, with some garnish, some onions, French onions, cucumbers or tomatoes, whatever you want. You can see I added some spring onions. That is optional. You don't have to, but well, I just used it because I had it. So this is what our asun looks like. You can have it like this, or you can pair it with something. Today we are pairing ours with our coconut fried rice. I had to put some broccoli cauliflower stir fry to this dish because the heat was a lot more than I could tolerate. So to balance out that heat, this is how I had this coconut rice. I would like to hear from food lovers what they think after they have tried this recipe. Thank you for watching. Do not forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. To get new notification, you will need to subscribe. Until next time, keep exploring new dishes.